Hello, my name is Braulio Estima. I'm here at the Greece Bar Copacabana in Warsaw. I'm here to do an interview with the grapplerINFO for the .pl. Well, I didn't decide to fight the European this year because after the ADCC, I haven't been training much because I got a chest infection. Actually, I got the chest infection 10 days before the ADCC in September, so I took about like 3.5 months to get rid of it. I had to take about like 4 courses of antibiotics, plus as I had an injury on my neck. My last competition and then the last time that I trained with the gi was in the Europeans in 2011, you know. So after the Europeans 2011, I had a surgery 2 days after. So after that was about recovering. And then when I recovered for 3 months, it was like 3 months of hard training for the ADCC. And then from the ADCC, as I got healed, was recovered from the illness. And then I wasn't prepared to fight the Europeans in January, you know. But now I'm training normal, and then also I have a lot of focus to fight my first MMA debut. So that's my next goal. My brother is like, you know, I'm so proud of him. You know, at these Europeans, you know, he did put up a great show. You know, he's such a skillful guy, and then he always put up a good fight. You know, always going for the finish. You know, he's a very athletic person. And then since ADCC, he's been shown that he has been improving a lot, beating top contender guys in ADCC, and then he was the world champion no gi, submitting everybody. You know, and then winning the Europeans and submitting the final with the inverted triangle, it's like priceless for me. So I was very emotive, you know, it was a very big day for me. My brother, he always been in top 3 for the last 4 years, 5 years. You know, he always been there on the top 3. He's third place in the World Championships twice. You know, and he always competed in a high level. He had unfortunate with injuries. He had a lot of injuries on his back, and then it was a thing that held him back a little bit. Plus, he didn't compete as often because of the injury, so he didn't get to get more, how to say, experience with the competition level, because he always has that kind of tactics and stuff that you need to be apply up to date to the competition level in a higher ranking, you know. But now he's been competing more often. He's passed through a lot of. He's opening his academy, which is a lot of stress. You know, it's not simple to be a instructor, dad of the family, and also an athlete. It's very difficult. So took time for him to kind of coordinate all this. But now, you know what I mean, he's more than out of my shadow. You know, he's being world champion in the no-gi. He's a European champion, submitting everybody. You know, top contenders. You know, he's the Victor Estima for sure, and I'm very proud of him, and I'm very happy that I actually helped him to get somehow to this level. Norbert is with me since when he was a white belt, you know, since like 8 years ago. He's been training with me from zero, you know, and he's been conquering his space in the academy from zero. He started from only doing no gi, and then started doing gi, and then getting his space, showing how much improvement he's been doing, getting respect as a helper, then getting respect as a teacher. Now he's one of my main teachers out there, and has a great knowledge, you know, and he does well in training with black belts at Visitors since when he was a brown belt, you know, and then now he's like one of my best black belts out there, and I'm very proud of him. And he does a great job as an instructor. He's a top man outside of the mat, you know, very respectful person. And on the competition scenario, he started getting to the competition as a black belt. Now he was going to fight the Europeans. He didn't fight because he actually torn his knee 3 weeks before, and then it was a very serious accident. And then he was looking very sharp. I was really looking forward to seeing him fighting. You know, the other competition that he did in Europeans, he didn't do as good because he tried to cut weight in the wrong way. You know, that things. You know, and the more you compete, the more you improve the way that you approach the competition. But on all the national competition, he's like British Open champion many times, and all the national competition in UK, he's been doing well. You know, and he recently fought in Spain, and he won as well, submitting everybody as a black belt. So I'm very happy for him, and he has a lot of things to give still in the future competition. I think to nominate someone as a black belt, that is like a different kind of aspects that you need to look into it. You know, you need to look into it first of all, the example that you're going to be giving as a black belt. You know, as a person and as a leader as well. You know, how much they care about the students, how much they care about the sport, how much respect that he gives to the instructors. You know, and the competition things is like, from my point of view, is secondary. If you want to be a black belt in a competition level, you know, we can treat a little bit like different in terms of the competition scenario. But as a person, as a leader, as a reference, as an example, that's what I look at as a black belt. Of course, the knowledge, it is what the most important thing for me. The knowledge of the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, the knowledge of how to pass the technique, how you see the Jiu-Jitsu within yourself. How did you discover the Jiu-Jitsu? How can you start recognize yourself into Jiu-Jitsu so you can start developing your own things? This is one of the most important aspects for me. It's like the assurance, how much sure you are of your BJJ, that you have your own identity, and that you can start to build things around your own identity. You know, so this is the main aspect that I have to give as a black belt. The BJJ here in Poland has changed loads. You know, the one thing that the BJJ, the Polish people always had was the hardcore training, the game face. You know, very up for any kind of challenge, and this is not easy to get. You know, I travel around the world a lot, and then the Polish people is very similar to the Brazilian people in terms of eagering to being good at it, you know, of hard work, you know. And of course, because of the connections wasn't so close then, like years back, the technique part that was missing. But now we have like a better accessibility to the high level black belts, and then since when this happened, you can tell that has been a very big jump and big improvement on the level of the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I can take here by the Grace Bar Copacabana. It's like amazing. Like every year that I come here, it's a big change. People always trying to go and check different fields of the games, and this makes a difference on improvement. And I'm really believe that the Polish people and the Polish BJJ is a very big potential for the future in BJJ. I mean, for sure. I think they definitely have a very big, especially the gi. There's no doubt that is the top two in my opinion. You know, and in general, Finland is pretty good. You know, and I would say Finland, UK, and Poland. It's the top ones in UK, in Europe for sure. Yes, I have been approached by a few events to be fighting in MMA, and then that's going to be my next challenge right now. I want to fight MMA. I want to represent our team, our sport, our art. As I feel that I'm the guy that should be there to represent the BJJ, you know. And I have a company, management company that is dealing with all this for me. You know, I signed a contract with the team Black Zillions, you know, the team with Rashad Evans, Alistair Overeem, Anthony Johnson, Roy Nelson, Dias Cavalcante, George Santiago, all those top guys. You know, so that's where we're going to be training together. You know, I'm going there in March, beginning of March, to fight, to train, to help Rashad fight against John Jones. So it's nothing decided which date I'm going to be fighting, but it's very soon. We're dealing to try to fight in the end of April. I don't know the opponent yet. I don't know the show yet. I leave this with my managing group to deal with it. I will try to compete as much as possible according to the schedule of my MMA. At this year, you know, I can assure that's my main focus is going to be the MMA. It's a thing that I really want to get into it, you know. But if the mixed martial arts event doesn't clash with around the BJJ event, I will be fighting the BJJ event because I train BJJ every day. I think the Copacabana club is improving every year, as I said. You know, it's very good to see the commitment that we have from the instructors, you know, and then actually the feedback of the students, that is very important as well. It's like everyone trying to improve more and more, get that eager to train and to improve. You know, we see very often people staying over after the classes and drilling and drilling and drilling, and that's what makes the difference. You know, has been shown the competition. You know, like we got like second place in the Polish championships, losing only for one of the teams that has like loads of academies. We only have like 5, so this like shows that we have a very good quality. You know, I mean, once we reach the quantity, there's not going to be no other way that we're going to be the first one in Poland. So I'd like to say thank you very much for the grapplerINFO.pl, you know, and it's been a pleasure to be here, interview with you guys, and I catch you guys soon. Thanks for the support for all the Polish fans. The guys live in my heart, and I'm considering myself half Polish anyway. My wife is Polish, my son is half Polish, my brother has a Polish wife, Roger Grace has a Polish wife, so we kind of 50-50 in this game. So I feel like home every time that I come visit Poland. So I'd like to say thank you very much for all the support, and I'll see you guys next time.